Holiday season is coming, and everywhere you go, you can feel it. Stores full of beautiful decorations, candies, and all kinds of presents. Shelves are shining with beautiful presents, and it is so hard not to stop and look. We all start thinking about our loved ones, what to give, what would make them smile and feel happy. Hi, this is Dr. Helen, and I decided to make this video because I want to talk about gifts, what they really mean, and how they can impact people more than we sometimes realize. My birthday was just a couple days ago, and I was thinking how differently I celebrate it now. I live in America. My dad and mom are still in Ukraine. But every year we find a way to celebrate together my birthday. For probably the last 15 years, my dad has always bought me beautiful, beautiful roses. He also gets a cake, and we have our little celebration through a video call. My mom and dad sit at the table, have a small dinner, maybe a glass of champagne, and we talk, laugh, and celebrate together. Me here in United States, and they are there across the ocean. Now, with terrible war in Ukraine, it is so much harder. Fresh flowers, especially roses, are very expensive and hard to find. But every year, even during this awful 4 years of war, my dad still manages to find roses for my birthday. And when I see them on the computer screen, those roses standing in the crystal vase next to him, it just touches my heart so deeply. It is such a simple thing, but for me, it is the most beautiful and emotional present. Sometimes I cannot even hold my tears. And we celebrate all our family holidays the same way. My dad's birthday, my mom's birthday, their wedding anniversary. But when it's their special day, I buy flowers and cake here in America so they can see my gift on the screen, just like I see theirs. Now it's our little family tradition. Distance does not stop us from feeling close and from celebrating together. Moments like this make me think more deeply about what gifts really mean. They are not just things we buy. They're ways to stay connected, ways we show love, even when life separates us by thousands of miles. And this is what made me to want to talk about presents today. Because when you really think about it, a gift is never simple. A present, a gift, a little box, a ribbon, a card. Presents can bring us joy. They can touch our hearts. Every present tells us a story. It can show love. It can show care. It can show thoughtfulness and tenderness. But presents can also show distance. Present can show that someone was not really thinking about you. Sometimes a gift reveals more than words ever could. It is a mirror of relationship, how close or how far two hearts are. But sometimes a present can also hurt. It can even offend. So today I want to talk about why presents matter, why they sometimes go wrong, and what they really show about the person who gives and the person who receives. Since we are children, we learn that presents mean love. We wait for them on birthdays, holidays, on those rare occasions just because moments. For children, it is simple. They love everything. A toy, a chocolate bar, a balloon, all of it brings joy. But as we get adults, it changes. A present becomes a message. It can say, I know you. I remember what you say. I want you to feel special. I understand your heart. And this is where things can go so beautifully right or painfully wrong. Let me ask you, have you ever received a present that make you feel uncomfortable or even hurt you? Something that showed that the person did not really listen or did not care enough to know who you really are. It is not about the price. It is about the feeling behind the gift. How would you feel if you got a jar of pickled cucumbers, or a cup with broken and glued back saucer, or just a stick of salami as your birthday present? I'm not making it up. These are real gifts received by me or my close friends. How should a person feel when they receive birthday gifts like this? Not good, right? So I always wonder what was going through the mind of the person who gave a stick of salami, a broken saucer for a birthday gift. This is why a careless present can hurt more than no present at all. In defense, people tell me it is the thought that counts. Yes, sometimes you can see that person really trying and just gave you something that you don't need, already have. Maybe they did not choose perfectly, but you can see that they really cared. So in this situation, I agree, thoughts count. But if there was no real thought, what are we counting? What could a person possibly think when they give you a broken saucer or a stick of salami? Honestly, I have no clue. Maybe you can help me. Write in the comments your explanation for these kinds of birthday gifts. I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's continue. So birthdays can be some kind of test of friendship. A birthday is that one day a year when you hope people remember you, truly remember. I have a girlfriend who lives in Colorado. She has been sending me money for birthday for almost 20 years, and she always calls me exactly on my birthday day. Never forget, never misses. I always send you a present and call her. And she loves it. And it's our tradition. And it works for us. So let me tell you a story I will never forget. It happened many years ago when I lived in Ukraine. I bought a beautiful orange pink sweater just a day before my birthday. I really love it. Warm, cozy, and perfect to wear for my birthday party. I was so excited to wear it for my small birthday party. And when I was opening the door and greeting the guests, I was getting a lot of compliments from them. But when my very close girlfriend Ira came, we had been friends for almost 15 years then. She looked at me and she screamed, "Oh gosh, it cannot be true." She was almost crying and I got scared. What happened? What is wrong? I kept asking. Finally, she said, "The sweater." And she handed me her present. It was exactly the same sweater I had bought the day before. The same color, the same size. Can you believe that? I started laughing. It was amazing. It was unbelievable. She knew me so well that she bought me exactly the same sweater as I bought for myself the day before. 1 to 1, same color, same size. It was unbelievable. There was only one problem. In those days, in Ukraine, it was impossible to return a purchased item. That is why my girlfriend was so upset. She even suggested that she would keep the sweater for herself and buy me something else. I refused. I kept her sweater for myself and wore this sweater with love for many, many years. Every time I wore her sweater, I smiled, remembering this story, and realized how close my girlfriend and I were. I still remember this story with love, and I decided to share it with you. I will cry. I'm sorry. Okay. In Ukraine, where I came from, gifts have always been more about heart than money. Let me tell you another story. During the old Soviet time, when I was growing up in Ukraine, people were poor. We did not have fancy stores or many clothes. One person alone could not spend much money on a gift. That's why we, as a friends, put our money together. There were 3 or 4 families in my circle. And when someone had a birthday, we joined forces. We would collect a little money from everyone and buy for a birthday something truly valuable. A set of dishes, a radio, a tape recorder. It was something practical, something real, something that lasted and that one person could not buy on their own. And you know what? It felt so good. And it was not just a gift, it was a celebration of friendship. This is how I learned what a present really means. Not the object, but the love and effort behind it. In Ukraine we often say «дарунок – це частина душі». It means a gift is a piece of your soul. Even today, when you visit someone's home in Ukraine, you never come with empty-handed. A small thing like flowers, fruit, or cake shows respect and love when you bring them. And I think it's a beautiful tradition. And me and my friends continue to follow it here in the United States. Okay, now let's talk about gift cards. The safe modern choice. A lot of people like them. They're very convenient, yes, and they fit our busy lives. You really cannot go wrong with a gift card. The only question can be about amount of money. Some people can think it's too small or too big, but I think it's a minor issue. And it is much better to give a gift card than a wrong present. A gift card can actually be a thoughtful gift, especially if it is the kind that you can use anywhere. It gives freedom to buy what you really want. And that sometimes that is the nicest things people can give. Personally, I'm okay with gift card. They can come from people you don't know well and go to people you are not very close to. And this is perfectly fine. So yes, gift cards may be simple, but they can also be practical and kind. And this brings me to understanding of what is truly important. Because in the end, no matter what the gift looks like, fancy, handmade, gift card, or just a small souvenir, what really counts is love, care, and thoughts that come with it. If there was any thought, right? Again. Because every present speaks, send you a message, and it will stay in your heart for a long time after receiving the gift. And when we learn to give from the heart and receive with gratitude, that every gift, even the smallest one, becomes a bridge between hearts. So next time you give or receive a gift, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what does this present really say? Does it carry love or just a label? Does it show care or just duty or nothing? That was Dr. Helen. And until next week, please stay safe, healthy, and happy. Bye now.